Good afternoon, fans. This is your girl from Mel Mat Chat, and this is episode 296. Now, it's not live today due to the fact that I'm having problems with my internet. So, hopefully, I can get in through this and we don't have any issues. I can get it uploaded as soon as possible, and I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Friday. But I hope everybody's having a great Friday. I hope everybody had a great Father's Day. I had a crazy weekend last weekend, and I felt like I was never going to get, done. But here I am, and I've basically weathered the storm. Um, this weekend is Forbidden Door, so I got it covered. I will be hopefully my cable. If not, I'm going to have to somehow either Saturday night or into early Sunday morning get up, record it, upload it, and then you can get the preview and predictions. And hoping that my internet will, do its thing, and then I can go live on Sunday night for the review. So I don't want to take anybody else's time. We are incorporating. Remember, I'm incorporating Collision in this, so you could know what happened on the debut episode. It was great. I was able to watch the entire thing. I was able to, get home at a decent time, and I was able to just watch it the first half hour the next day. But it was really good, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that they can continue this momentum, and we're going to have a great Saturday night worth of wrestling, and I'm always all up for that. I don't know what they're going to be doing during like PLEs for WWE, but we'll just see what's going on. Next week is Money in the Bank, so I don't know what's going on with that. Obviously, it's going to be in the afternoon, so there's not going to be any issues with Collision. We're just going to have a great day of wrestling. I probably won't be able to watch Collision again because I'll probably be at my cousin's house for her birthday and my cousin's birthday. For my cousin's daughter and my cousin's daughter was born on her birthday, so we were always going to have a double birthday on the first. So let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get down to you could still get gifts because there's still graduations. There's still like going away to college, and you're gonna always need to give a gift. So please go check out the people over at harrys.com and visit their website for all your toiletry and shaving essentials. Please do me a favor and go check out the people over at Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. If you have a beard and you need some really good products to keep that beard lush, go check out Maestro Classics. If you are dying of thirst and you need artillery to murder your thirst, go check out the people over at Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Get your choice of spring water, unflavored sparkling water, flavored sparkling water, and now iced tea. So go check that out at liquiddeath.com. Now, I'm a coffee freak, and I need something that's going to kick my ass in the morning. And I go to Death Wish Coffee. And let me tell you something, it is so good. I love every minute of it. So do me a favor, please go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Now, Ring of Honor is getting really, really big. They're now on Premier streaming app. It's like $9.99 a month. Go check that out. Also, the next special will be with we're going to have Eddie Kingston and Hiroshi Tanahashi from New Japan. So that alone, $10 is going to be great. So go check that out. Now, we're going to start off with AEW and then go right into WWE so we can get that over with. We're going to start off with Rampage from last week so we get you started. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to worry about doing Dynamite because that's going to be on the thing with so we're only doing Rampage from last week, and we're going to do Collision. That's it. That's all I'm going to be doing because the preview and predictions are going to get all the go home shows, which are Dynamite from this past week, Rampage from Friday, and this Saturday from Collision. I just fucking thought of this. I'm an idiot this week. I need breaks. I need a break, seriously. So, results. what was last week's, what is it called? Date calculator was the 16th. Thank God I got a cell phone and everything that I could mirror everything. All right. Before Collision, we had Rampage, and the match, the first match was Chaos versus the United Empire. So we had Fletcher chops Trent to start, but Trent responds with a pair of knees. Rocky gets in the tag, and Osprey does as well. Forearms and European uppercuts by Osprey drops Rocky, who came back with a Hurricane Rana. Rocky looks for a dive, but Cobb stops him. Double shoulder block by Best Friends with a suicide dive by dive by Rocky to the outside. Cannonball over the top by Chuck takes out Fletcher, and an Oberhardy moonsault by Trent takes out everyone. Rocky corners Osprey and puts the boots to him before making the tag to Chuck. Handspring corkscrew kick to Taylor, and Cobb is now in the ring. Huge Beal by Cobb sends Chuck across the ring before tagging in Fletcher. Rapid fire chops by Osprey and Fletcher to Chuck in the corner, and huge spinning backbreaker. Chuck makes some space and hits a soulful on Jeff Cobb. Trent and Fletcher both tag themselves in and trade chops in the center of the ring and trade waist locks, with Chuck taking Fletcher to Suplex City. Saito suplex by Trent with a running elbow in the corner by Fletcher. Catches him with a sheer drop, brainbuster, for a 2 count. Rocky in to make the save and a missile dropkick off the top. Cobb in illegally with a huge German suplex to Trent. Cobb drags Fletcher into the corner and tags himself in. Double knees by Roppongi Vice. Twice body slam to Cobb from Chuck. Insigiri into a soulful and half by Chaos. 3-way hugs, but Cobb's with a double back suplex to Best Friends. Diving Hurricane Rana attempt by Rocky, but Cobb catches him with a huge overhead belly to belly. Osprey with a running boot in the corner and a diving strike off the top rope. Hidden blade by Osprey, but Rocky counters into a roll up. Drop kick by Cobb to Chuck. As Trent comes in with a tornado DDT. Hook kicked by Osprey to Trent, and Rocky with a big lariat. Rocky looks for a sliced bread, but Fletcher catches him midair upside down and connects with a spinning tombstone. Hidden blade finishes this one. The winners are the United Empire. Basically, this is a blink. You blink and it's completely over. I swear, Rampage is getting worse by the day. Match 2, Taya Valkyrie versus Trish Adora. Taya attacks in the corner and hits a doubles knees to a seated Adora. Sliding suplex by Valkyrie. Adora tries to change charge by Valkyrie responds with a spear. Crossfakes by Valkyrie now before great finding the legs and finishing with the curb stomp. Winner, Taya Valkyrie. This match, I swear to Jesus, this wasn't even needed, and I am so fucking pissed off at Tony Khan that he's lowered himself to this. Match 3, Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Karen Jarrett versus Mark Briscoe, Papa Briscoe, and Aubrey Edwards. Mark and Jay start. Mark quickly shoulder blocks Jay to the floor, and Jarrett tags himself in. Hip toss by Mark, and Karen gets the tag, which means here comes Aubrey. Aubrey looks to fight, but Karen retreats and tags Jay. Mark comes in now, and here's Papa Briscoe. Double shoulder block by the Briscoes, 2 count by Papa. Papa throws Jay headfirst in the top turnbuckle and tags in Mark. Vertical suplex by Mark. Jeff tags himself in, and Jay blocks Mark from behind. Jay puts the boots to Mark in the corner throughout the PIP. Knee to the stomach by Jeff, and a swinging neck breaker by Jay as we go to full commercial break. Back from the break, and Papa gets in the hot tag. Jay and Jeff might fight about who's going to have to fight Papa Briscoe. Clothesline to Jeff. Huge lariat to Jay, turns him inside out, and Mark tags Aubrey. Aubrey beats and breaks off Karen, but Karen goes for the eyes and grabs a guitar. Aubrey hits her in the stomach and takes the guitar, but Jay makes the save. Jay dares Aubrey to hit him with a guitar as Satamon distracts the referee. Aubrey cracks Jay. Karen tries to attack him from behind with the stroke, but Aubrey sends her to the ropes and locks in the figure 4 as Karen taps out. Winner, Mark and Papa Briscoe and Aubrey Edwards. This should not be happening ever again. This is what I'm talking about. This reminds me of Danny Davis, but Aubrey is a face. I don't want to see this on my AEW wrestling television. Match 4. Konosuke Takeshita versus Bandito. Bandito runs into a huge boot early before getting tossed from the fireman's carry. Bandito avoids the power drive knee and attempts a 21 plex, but Takeshita holds on. Takeshita sends Bandito to the outside and follows up with a big plancha. Takeshita delivers a running boot that sends Bandito into the front row. Bandito floats over a suplex and gets Takeshita up for a delayed vertical suplex of his own. Second delayed vertical suplex by Bandito, enziguri over the top rope as Bandito comes off the top with a diving Hurricane Rana to Takeshita off the apron. Bandito springboard in the ring, but Takeshita catches him with a huge knee to the face. Abdominal stretch battle during the break. Bandito comes off the ropes with a tilt-a-whirl DDT, and both men are down. Takeshita rolls to the outside, and Bandito comes off the top with a huge moonsault. Takeshita back in the ring, and Bandito follows with a springboard that misses, and a Blue Thunder Bomb by Takeshita. 2 count. Huge gorilla press by Bandito, and a frog splash off the top. 2 count. Both men are up top, and Bandito looking for a moonsault fall-away slam, but Takeshita bites on his face. Lariat off the top. Takeshita 1-2 no. Hammer fist by Takeshita. Power drive knee, but Bandito catches him, and it's X marks the spot. 21 plex Bandito, but Takeshita lands on his feet. Chaos Theory, but Bandito lands on his feet. Training boots. Powerbomb reverses into a code red by Bandito. Hurricane Rana driver by Bandito. Training lariats now, but The power knee by Takesha catches Bandito. Bullhammer elbow to the back of the neck by Takesha, and the second power drive knee finishes this one. Winner to Konosuke Takesha. And that was the end of Rampage. Now, as I just said, we're going to have this past Wednesday's Dynamite, this tonight's Rampage, and tomorrow's Collision. I'm going to go into last week's debut Collision, and then I'm going to start getting on to WWE, and then I'm going to get you out of here. It's very simple this week. The episode of Collision, the debut episode, was from the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. They had Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness, which is formerly from NXT. And we are starting off big. We're starting off with the Cult of Personality begins to play, and CM Punk returns to AEW. Fans, I've waited 9 months, and tonight we get some answers, said Nigel. CM Punk was carrying a red drawstring bag and a pair of wrestling boots. CM Punk, I don't know if you guys heard, but I'm tired of being nice. Gone 10 months with a ruptured tendon torn straight off my bone. But I'm still here. This is professional wrestling business. This is business of grown-ups and not a popularity contest. I'm tired of being nice. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I did all these things and got here to this place, riding the wave of riding the backs of smart, passionate professional wrestling fans like you. And I never fit in anywhere like I have here in professional wrestling. I love you for it, and you love me because I have never compromised. I am, and I couldn't have done it without all of you. But it seems there's some people that hate me for the same reasons you all love me. Listen, I understand that the sheer magnitude of me making people uncomfortable. My mere presence makes people uncomfortable because I am the truth. And the truth is very painful. Boo me, cheer me, love me, hate me, you all do it. Because you know I'm right. Dave Zasvalet calls me One Bill Phil. You can call me whatever you want. I am the one who genuine article in business full of counterfeit bucks. The king is back, baby. And I do have a lot of things to get off my chest. I've got a question, Chicago. Why would I change? This is what Joe Strummer trained me for. I will never compromise, and there's people that think that they're owed an apology. They've grown older and wiser in my ears. No, sorry, I've grown older and wiser in my ears. If you feel you've owned an apology and you're here tonight, I am sorry that the only people softer than you are the wrestlers you like. Tell me when I'm telling lies. The last time you saw me with my tricep meat hanging down, I held what is in this bag. It's mine because I earned it. I won the dog collar match. This belongs to me until someone can pin me or submit me for it. And that there are those who are praying that I am going to put these boots down in the ring and walk off into the sunset. But until there's somebody in the company that can fill my boots, these belong to me. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing a CM Punk hoodie. I may not like his ethics. I may not like his ethics. I may not even like him as a person. But I cannot deny that he's a really good wrestler. He gets the job done in the ring. And I can't not support that. I made it loud and clear. As long as you're doing your job in the ring, there should be no issues. Now, Love him or hate him, it's a mute point. You're going to go to the arena. You're either going to cheer him or boo him, and he doesn't give a shit because you're there to see him, to boo him. You took your hard-earned money, you put it in, you paid the price to get the ticket. You're there to boo him. He's got your money already. What the fuck is the difference? Just like I bought this, and I bought his 2 shirts, the white one and the black one. He's already got my money. So if I'm going to pay money to boo somebody, why would I want to keep on going to go boo somebody? I'm going to go there and I'm going to appreciate him when he's in the ring. And he's going to put on a fucking crazy match. And I am going to enjoy it because I'm a fucking professional wrestling fan. I've been a professional wrestling fan for fucking 41 years. I was sitting on my own grandfather's knee, 3 fucking months old, watching WWF, now WWE. Why would I even fucking do all this shit? Oh, because he's disrespectful. No shit, he's disrespectful. No shit, he's disrespectful. So what am I going to do? Because he's not a good wrestler. I mean, he is a good wrestler. I'm not going to fucking appreciate his body of work. And I'm going to tell you this again. I fucking vehemently hate Chris Benoit. But I cannot deny the fucking body of work he's done. And if you think, oh, because of that, he should be in the Hall of Fame. Fucking assholes. Fucking morons. He killed his wife. He killed his son. Then he killed him. Those 2 fucking people, in the immortal words of fucking Paul Heyman. If you don't listen to me, you better listen to fucking Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman said those 2 didn't have a choice. He did. So that I don't want to hear any fucking rigmarole. Okay? We actually started off a match without fucking Orange Cassidy. Oh my god. Yeah, you're probably wondering. I have now straight hair. I have to, freshen it up, but yeah. TNT Championship match. Wardlow versus Luchasaurus. Wardlow and Luchasaurus tied up in a center of the ring. They traded shoulder blocks until Wardlow dropkicked Luchasaurus. Christian Cage whispered in Luchasaurus' ear on the outside of the ring. Wardlow followed in pursuit, but Christian crawled under the ring, trying to find a place to hide, provided just enough of the distraction to allow for Luchasaurus to blast Wardlow with a big boot. Wardlow hoisted up Luchasaurus on his shoulders and then planted him backwards. Wardlow steamrolled Luchasaurus with a lariat. Wardlow walloped Luchasaurus with a spinebuster. Wardlow climbed to the top rope, but Luchasaurus knocked him down and followed up with a 1-arm choke slam. Wardlow headbutted Luchasaurus, but the challenger answered with a headbutt of his own. Wardlow set up a symphony of destruction and powerbombed Luchasaurus. Christian Cage brought a little time outside and the ring, distracting Wardlow, and Lucha was able to chokeslam Luchasaurus. Wardlow power slammed Luchasaurus and nailed him with a swanton. Christian Cage climbed up the ring steps, distracted Wardlow again. Christian smashed one of the ringside photographer's cameras in the face of Wardlow, and Luchasaurus stole the pin. And we have a new TNT champion, which is Luchasaurus. Why wasn't Christian Cage thrown to the back? Just saying. Just fucking saying, okay? Lexi Nair was backstage with Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall. QT, I have a QTV exclusive for you. Powerhouse Hobbs will be in and win the Owen Hart tournament. Hobbs. When the press release dropped for Collision, those names were front and center. Powerhouse, QT Powerhouse, Hobbs. Exactly. I am the face of TNT, and there's a new chapter of the book of Hobbs. And the story is about redemption, being at the top of the hill, getting gold, winning the Owen Hart tournament, and taking what's mine. We have a continuation with the Queen and the Queen of Brutality. We have their companions, their husband and boyfriend. We have Andrade El Idolo versus Buddy Matthews, which fucking goddamn Dashabot. She's back. She's back, and she said Buddy Matthews. Oh my god, how fucking stupid! She did probably practice the names because she's still probably WWE odds. Please, I'm surprised she didn't say Andrade Almas or Cien Almas, Andrade Cien Almas. You know, I even forgot his WWE name. Jesus. So, 34 years combined experience for these two young veterans, said Kevin Kelly. Andrade dodged a charge from Buddy, sending Buddy crashing to the arena floor. Andrade cartwheeled on the apron and then moonsaulted onto Buddy Matthews. Andrade jumped off the guardrail and hit a Hurricane Rana on Buddy, launching Buddy into the timekeeper's table. Buddy shoved Andrade off the apron with Andrade's shoulders colliding into the barricade. Buddy followed up with a Meteora, probably thank Miss Mercedes Moné. Andrade targeted the left knee of Buddy with a dragon screw leg whip. Andrade connected with a double moonsault for a near fall. Andrade attempted a spear through the ropes, but Buddy countered with a DDT for a 2 count. Buddy attempted the sunrise powerbomb off the ropes, but his knee gave out. Andrade capitalized with a spinning back elbow. Buddy rallied back with a massive kick to a charging Andrade. Fans chanted, "This is awesome, this is awesome." Andrade countered with a submission attempt by Buddy. Andrade locked in the figure 4 submission and then transitioned to the figure 8, and Buddy tapped out. They were doing their woman's Buddy was doing the prism trap, which is the reverse Texas cloverleaf, and Andrade did his wife's Charlotte's figure 8, which if WWE and AEW could play nice, we'd have an ultimate mixed tag. But you know that fucking WWE, you know, Charlotte would be like, "No, we're getting the win." Anywho, let's move on. Wrestling is a human chess, and you learn from different masters. You've adapted all over the world. Nigel, it looks like that's one was a little closer to home, said Kevin Kelly. Andrade tried to help Buddy to his feet, but Buddy shoved him away. Andrade offered his hand again, and this time the arena went black. When the lights switched back on, Andrade was surrounded by a Brody King and Malachi Black. Brody rocked Andrade with a clothesline. Malachi whispered something to Andrade. Ooh, could we possibly get Andrade in the House of Black? We had a hype package for Scorpio Sky, and he says, "Nobody can beat me. I am on another level." The premier athlete, Tony Nese, was in the ring with Smart Mark Sterling. Nese, listen up. Being that I am a personal trainer, I cannot sit back another minute when all I see on my screen is a crowd full of the fattiest trash that Chicago has to offer. I have good news. I have decided to shut Collision down. Instead, tonight we're all going to do group training. So everybody stand up. Let's go. Put that deep dish down. Everybody reach up as high as you can, and we're going to start with stretches. Well, guess who couldn't deal with that anymore? We had the Redeemer, Miro. Miro had an open contract, and the name Tony Nese signed it across. And Kevin Kelly said, Kevin Kelly, Take a look at the incredible shape that Miro is in, replied Nigel. Miro clubbed at Nice in the corner, then stopped a proverbial mud hole in him. Miro followed up with a massive clothesline. Miro bludgeoned Nice with overhead forearms. Nice tried to turn things back in his favor by jumping off the turnbuckles, but Miro caught him and tossed Nice away. That's a monster, a bear, said Nigel. Miro plastered Nice with a thrust kick. Miro locked in the game over and forced Tony Nese to submit. We go on to the next match. The IWGP Strong Women's Champion Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue versus the Outcast Ruby Soho and the AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm. Tony and Ruby ambushed Sky, and Willow pounced Ruby right into the guardrail. Ruby tripped Willow, then grounded and pounded her. Willow rallied back with some clotheslines. Sky and Tony tagged in. Sky cracked Tony with a running knee and a high kick. Sky connected with a crossbody press, but Ruby broke up the pin attempt. Tony locked in the cloverleaf on Sky was able to reach the ropes, forcing the ref to break the hold. Willow tagged in, but as the referee was distracted, Ruby hit Willow with a kick. Sky grabbed a tag, but Tony clobbered her with a running hip attack. Ruby held Sky while Tony was about to spray paint Sky in the face. Willow grabbed Tony, and Tony inadvertently sprayed Ruby in the eyes, blinding her. Sky hit the Code Blue, and Ruby Soho pinned her. So we have absolute Ricky Starks declared himself the entrant into the Owen Hart Cup tournament. I'm going to become the next winner. What better place to do that in Canada? This tournament is absolutely meant for me. Jeff Jarrett video package. The match is made. Jeff Jarrett versus Mark Briscoe concession stand brawl. 46 years to the day that the last Outlaw family created the first ever concession stand brawl. Tupelo, Mississippi, but hardcore wrestling on the map. This week, Dynamite, when I get you in the ring, it's not going to be a wrestling match. Mark, I play the long game, and the last Outlaw never loses. The long game, Mark, I'm kicking your ass. Tony Schiavone was in the ring to interview the Acclaim. Anthony Bowens, Matt Caster, and Daddy Ass. Daddy Ass, this is a special night that I went out and got myself a new scissor outfit. The last couple of weeks have been a little straining on my head. The trios titles is still not out of the picture. We're just about to get back on track. Bowens, we're going to have plenty of time to do that because AEW now stands for two different things. Acclaim every Wednesday and Acclaim every weekend. And since we love you guys so much, I think we're going to stick around for Dynamite this week. And in closing, we wanted to come out here tonight and make a little history with its first ever collision scissor. And we figured we'd do it in the Scissor City of Chicago. The city that made the Acclaim the people's choice. We scissor because Chicago, everyone loves the Acclaim. Main event. Trios main event. CM Punk and the AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler versus the Bullet Club Gold, Jay White and Juice Robinson versus Ring of Honor World TV Champion Samoa Joe. I am hoping to God that the Guns, Colton and Austin do become in the Bullet Club. They're meant for it. They are legitimately been built to be in that. And I'm hoping that they will be able to be put into the Bullet Club Gold. The legend himself, Jim Ross, joined the broadcast booth for the main event. The fans chanted CM Punk, CM Punk. Dax and Jay White tied up with Dax backing up White into the turnbuckles. The fans chanted CMFTR, CMFTR. Jay White propped up Dax Hardwood, chopped at Dax Hardwood's chest. Dax backdropped Jay White. Rock Hard Juice Robinson tagged in. Dax tagged to Cash, and Cash drop kicked Juice. Cash used a backslide for a near fall on Juice. CM Punk tagged in. He tried to put the match away early with the GTS, but Juice escaped and tagged out to Samoa Joe. The Ring of Honor World TV champ lit up CM Punk with heavy-handed chops. CM Punk applied a headlock to Samoa Joe. And if you're telling me that Triple H is not watching those three, his boys, the FTR and Samoa Joe, you got to be fucking kidding me. He's probably crying. Dax tagged in and Samoa worked him over in the corner. Juice connected with a double axe handle from the top rope. Dax fought back with a German suplex. Cash grabbed the tag and cleaned house on Juice Robinson. Cash scoop slammed Juice for a 2 count. Juice splashed Cash with a senton. Samoa Joe tagged in and rocked Cash with a back heel kick. Jay White came in and chop blocked Cash. Juice tagged in, and it was clear that they were isolating Cash. CM Punk got tagged and body slammed Juice and Jay. Punk planted Jay with a backbreaker. He connected with a bulldog lariat combination on Juice and Jay. Punk lifted Jay White for GTS, but Jay gouged at Punk's eye. Punk rocked Jay with a roundhouse kick. Punk climbed up to the top rope, but Juice swept out his legs. Punk countered the Blade Runner from White with a lariat. Dax tagged in and suplexed Jay. Cash splashed Jay and CM Punk hit a diving elbow for a near fall. Broke up by Juice. Samoa Joe tagged in and he and Punk exchanged strikes. Jay White blindsided Punk, and then things broke down with all 6 men brawling. CM Punk tried to hoist up Samoa Joe, but Joe countered with a sleeper. Dax broke it up with a diving shoulders to Samoa Joe. It's anybody's ball game right here, said Jim Ross. FTR hit a big rig on Juice. CM Punk followed up with a go to sleep and pinned Juice Robinson. CM Punk said, until someone can fill my boots, I am staying here. Tonight, not a man alive could fill the boots of CM Punk, said Nigel. The entire wrestling world heard that statement, and CM Punk is going to be challenged on those words right here on Collision. And whether it's next week in Toronto on the eve of Forbidden Door or anywhere down the road, CM Punk is going to be called on the carpet by somebody. And when it's time, when that time comes, CM Punk said he'll do the right thing. So, they went to the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. They stayed in Chicago. Now, Rampage is going to be at its normal time and whatnot. So Dynamite, tonight's Rampage and tomorrow's Collision will be on preview and predictions for the Forbidden Door. So don't forget to go check that out. And it will be either launched at 2 or be going live at 2. So it's either way. 2 o'clock, it's either way. Now we're going right on to, what is it called? Monday Night Raw. Not Monday Night Raw. Last week's SmackDown. SmackDown featured a tag team gauntlet match to determine number 1 contender to take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The teams that will be matched tonight are Pretty Deadly, Street Profits, LWO, the Brawling Brutes, Hit Row, and the Good Brothers. SmackDown also featured an appearance from Roman Reigns as drama within the bloodline continues. It should be interesting to see how things play out. SmackDown kicked off with a video package that shown the story so far of the Usos falling out of favor with Roman Reigns, including Jey Uso's unsuccessful United States Championship match of last week. We cut to Caleb Braxton in the parking lot as a car arrives that Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman get out of. Braxton asks Heyman where is Jey Uso stands in the bloodline. Heyman sides and does not provide an answer before leaving the arena. We start off with the tag team gauntlet match. The match kicks off with the first two teams in the ring. The Street Profits and Sheamus and Ridge Holland of the Brawlin' Brutes. The bell rings and Sheamus and Ford start in the ring. Sheamus hits a shoulder tackle and Ford props up and hits a drop kick. Ford hits a chop and Sheamus no-sells before hitting back a backbreaker and tags in Holland. Holland hits a vertical suplex and Ford avoids another suplex and hits an enziguri before tagging Dawkins in. Dawkins hits a corkscrew elbow. Sheamus tags himself in, and while Dawkins doesn't see the tag, Sheamus hits a bro kick and pins Dawkins to eliminate the Street Profits. Gallows and Anderson on the next team up. They get in the ring, and we cut to commercial break. We come back. The gauntlet match continues with a Gallows having Sheamus in a headlock. Gallows hits a power slam and covers for a 2. Anderson tags in and hits a series of strong right hands and strikes before covering Sheamus for a 2. Gallows tags back in and hits Sheamus with a vertical suplex. Sheamus avoids a big boot with a body slam. Sheamus crawls to the corner, but Anderson tags in and knocks Holland off the ramp. Anderson turns around and a bro kick, and Sheamus covers for a 3 to advance. Next team is the LWO. Wild and Del Toro get in the ring with a hit a double drop kick before following with dives on the outside. Wild hits a missile drop kick to Sheamus, and Del Toro hits a moonsault and covers Sheamus for a 2. Sheamus hits the tag. Sheamus makes the tag to Holland, who hits a big belly-to-belly throw. Holland plants Del Toro with a facebuster and covers for a 3. Next up, Hit Row, Top Dollar, and the Ashante. Top Dollar gets in the ring immediately with a bro kick and cover for 3, then moving on. Ashante didn't even get a chance to get in. The match comes down to the Brawling Brutes versus Pretty Deadly as we cut to commercial. Back live, Elton Prince diving Holland in the corner. Prince hits a Irish whip to cause Holland to crash hard in the turnbuckle. Prince locks in a sleeper hold on the mat. Holland stays in the hold for a long time, powering to his feet and breaking free from the elbow strikes. Prince tags Kit Wilson into the match, and Prince and Wilson go for a double suplex, but Holland reverses and hits both Prince and Wilson with a suplex. Holland makes the tag to Sheamus, who hits a series of lariats, and then backbreaker to both Prince and Wilson. Sheamus slams Prince on Wilson and goes for a bro kick, but Wilson dodges it. Sheamus hits a Alabama slam and covers Wilson, but Prince breaks the count at 2. Sheamus grabs both Prince and Wilson on the ropes and hits a grand total of 31 beats of the Bataran. Michael Cole says 30. I question his ability to count. Prince makes the blind tag and Sheamus slams Wilson to the mat. Prince flies out of nowhere and hits a leg drop. Prince then covers Sheamus for the 3. Winners are Pretty Deadly. We come back from commercial break. Pretty Deadly celebrating their victory. Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn make their way out. Zayn says Pretty Deadly are owed congratulations. Zayn says he didn't expect them to win. However, they won 5 However, they won 5 minutes ago and they're still celebrating. By his calculations, they're overstayed their welcome by 5 minutes. Prince says despite beating 5 teams, their hair it still looks drier and better than that mess right over there. Wilson says that they Wilson says that when they become new tag team champions, they will celebrate for even longer. They say even longer about 6 times together. Zayn asks Owens if he hears this. Owens says that Zayn has been telling him to calm down, but listening to them makes him want to scream and run down there and punch them in their stupid faces. Zayn says that they should and Owens and Zayn run towards the ring as Pretty Deadly flees the arena. We cut to backstage where Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns asks Roman Reigns if they have spoken with Jey Uso. Reigns says no and asks Heyman who the tribal chief is. Reigns says that when Jey and tribal chief that when Jey is tribal chief, people will reach out to him, but not right now. People need to reach out to him. Reigns then demands Heyman's talk to Jey right now. Heyman nervously stands up, runs out of the locker room. Jesus Christ. It's like, how high do you want me to jump, Roman? We go to commercial break and we come back. We have Io Sky versus Zelina Vega, and I'm telling these fucking matches are fucking, you blink and then they're over. The match begins with Vega holding her hand out for a handshake, to which Sky responds by slapping Vega in the face. Sky hits a drop kick and hits a stomp to Vega's arm off the middle rope. Vega hits a kick to the head on the mat. Bayley hops on the ring apron to cause the distraction. Sky gets a roll up, but the ref is distracted for a second and does not make the count. Sky argues with Bayley and Sky standing by the ropes. Vega hits a 619 and rolls up Sky for the 3, and the winner is Zelina Vega. Bianca Belair approaches Adam Pearce backstage, and Belair fairly asks where her rematch is. Pearce says that he is working on it and he needs her to be patient. Belair says she went about getting her rematch the right way, but now she's doing it her way. And I gotta blow my nose because my nose is as stuffy as a fucking attic right now. The amount of fucking allergies in New York right now is ridiculous. So we come back from commercial break. SmackDown returns with Shotzi confronting Bayley and Io Sky backstage. Bayley says Shotzi does not belong in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Shotzi challenges Bayley to a match for her spot in the match, and Io Sky accepts on Bayley's behalf. We cut back to the ring for a special edition of the Grayson Waller effect. Waller introduces his guest tonight, Charlotte Flair, who then makes her way out to the ring. Waller mentions in 2 weeks, Charlotte and Asuka will have a women's title match. Waller referenced how Charlotte ended Asuka's undefeated streak at WrestleMania 34. Waller asks Charlotte, is she willing to become a 15-time world champion? Charlotte says they're taking numbers. She has Asuka's number. I hate her. I hate the fact that she fucking uses her fucking name to fucking goddamn be placed here. Now, since we have the 6th, but now since Logan Paul has been added. If she loses, I don't be surprised she's going to be added. If this whole thing happens, you heard it here first. Charlotte and Waller are interrupted by Belair, who makes her way out to the ring. Charlotte says she will not apologize and that the line starts and ends with her. Belair says that she didn't run away. She didn't run away for months and that she did things the right way. Charlotte says she may have stepped away, but it's the same fucking thing. You fucking ran away because your ass got embarrassed at WrestleMania 39 by Rhea Ripley. You knew that this wasn't going to be about you. Unreal. Didn't run away. Charlotte says she has been defeated and picked herself up 14 times, so that makes you a 14-time loser. And that she a champion with or without the title. Then why are you challenging for a title? Everything that comes out of this bitch's mouth is fucking bullshit. Okay? If Belair can say the same. Belair says that she's the longest reigning women's champion of the modern era, and she didn't need to win the title 14 times to do it. Belair says that she will be at ringside for Charlotte and Asuka's match, and that title will come back to her. Belair drops the mic and leaves the ring. Paul Heyman approaches Jey Uso backstage. Heyman apologizes for telling him the truth last week. Heyman has Jimmy does not miss with his kick. He meant to kick Reigns at Night of Champions, just like he meant to kick Jey last week. Heyman says Jey did not deserve that disrespect last week, and for that he apologized. Jey says he's sorry too, and that if Jey is in, Heyman's out. We go to commercial break, and I'm pissed off. I heard this match was so fucking quick. I would be pissed off. AJ and Cross should be pissed off. AJ Styles and Mia Yim versus Karrion Kross and Scarlett. The match begins with Styles and Kross in the ring. Styles hits a forearm and strike, and Mia Yim is tagged in, which Scarlett is in the ring. Scarlett hits a takedown and covers for 2. Mia Yim hits a kick to the head and then a German suplex. Kross tags back in and Styles hits Kross with a Styles clash. Styles covers, but Scarlett drags Styles by his ear off of Kross. Off the distraction by Scarlett, Kross locks Styles in the cross jacket before hitting the cross hammer and following with a power slam. Kross covers Styles for a 3, and the winners are Kross and Scarlett. I saw it on Twitter, I think it was, that she was trying to seduce him. Sweetheart, AJ, I love you. I respect you. But why did you call the woman a bitch? You could have said, hey, I'm married. Hands off of me. Get your hands off of me. I'm married. You didn't have to stoop to saying a bitch. She didn't deserve that. And you're supposed to be a Christian man. Just saying. Paul Heyman approaches Roman Reigns backstage. Reigns asks Heyman to explain himself. Heyman shakes his head before running away from Solo Sikoa. Reigns assures Solo Sikoa that he has a plan. Come back from commercial break. Back live with Cameron Grimes being interviewed backstage. Baron Corbin attacks him and takes him out. Rey Mysterio makes his way out to the ring. Mysterio says that he has many accomplishments in his career, but there's one that he's most proud of: reforming the LWO. Mysterio says the person is about to be introduced perfectly represents the LWO. He believes they will become the next Mr. Money in the Bank. Mysterio then introduces Santos Escobar. Escobar says that he has worked hard and made sacrifices for the opportunity of a lifetime. Escobar tells Mysterio that he loves him and that he's inspired him. Escobar says he's fighting for him, for his family, and everyone who has a dream. Escobar passion filled promo was interrupted by LA Knight, who makes his way out to the ring. Knight shoves Mysterio over, and Escobar responds by striking Knight down. Mysterio goes for 619, but Knight rolls out of the ring. So we have a match. We have Santos Escobar versus LA Knight. SmackDown returns with the match already underway. Knight has Escobar in a headlock down on the mat. Escobar gets to his feet and hits a flying forearm. Escobar hits a flying crossbody and covers for a 2. Knight hits an elbow drop and gets the cover with his hand on the rope. Escobar reverses this and gets a roll up for the 3 count. Winner is Santos Escobar. After the bell, Knight attacks Escobar. Mysterio runs back in the ring to chase Knight away. Come back from commercial break. Back live with Jey Uso backstage before stopping in the presence of Sami Zayn. Zayn and Jey say nothing to each other. Zayn leaves and Jey keeps walking. Roman Reigns then makes his entrance with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman, with him ahead of Jey Uso's decision on the future of the bloodline. We come back from commercial with Reigns in the ring with the mic in hand. Reigns gets the Kentucky crowd to acknowledge him, and Jey Uso immediately makes his way out to the ring. Reigns says the crowd wants answers and asks Jey if he's in or he's out. Jey tells Reigns to tell him. Jey points to Heyman and says it's either Heyman or himself. Reigns says Jey's tribal chief can't pick anyone he wants to be the wise man, but Heyman is his. He is there to help Reigns, not the bloodline. Reigns says he's got them to the promised land. Jey over 3 years now, and he's meant to lead. Not yet. Reigns again says that's the problem is the problem is Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso walks out and tells Jey the problem is their cousin. Jimmy tells Jey that Reigns is using him. Reigns say that it took the Usos 10 years to get to WrestleMania, but with Reigns they have main evented. Reigns tells Jey he can't be the tribal chief and a twin at the same time. Reigns asks Heyman, who is the only man to have a problem with Jey being named right-hand man, was Jey. Then looks at Jimmy, who stands there with his head down. Jey turns to face Jimmy and asks him if it's true, and Jimmy says that it is true. Jey says the whole time Jimmy has been doubting him. He expects that from Reigns, but not Jimmy. Jey says all he has heard his whole life is to listen to his older brother. That all of his life that he has been competing with Jimmy. Jey says a blessing happened in disguise. Jimmy got hurt and Jey stepped up. Jey says he became the main event Jey Uso, and it's all because of Reigns. Jey Uso tells Jimmy that he is out, and then Jey says out of nowhere he's out too. Jey Uso superkicks Roman to an incredibly loud pop. The Usos take Sikoa out in the ring. Reigns screams and gets to his feet. SmackDown goes off the air after Usos hit Reigns with a double superkick, and the crowd went absolutely bonkers. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. What are we going to have tonight? I know there's going to be fucking backlash about this, Big time. We're just going to have to wait and see. Monday Night Raw, I'm going to get you out of here, and hopefully it's going to be under an hour and a half, and then I can hopefully upload this, and it'll be uploaded by 4:30. So Monday Night Raw, things are starting to pick up as we get closer to the Money in the Bank. On Raw, Trish will battle Raquel Rodriguez in a qualifying match for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Logan Paul also returns tonight, and Matt Riddle goes one-on-one with Ludwig Kaiser. The updated card as follows. Trish versus Raquel Rodriguez, Matt Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser, Logan Paul returns, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bronson Reed, Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. We start off with Seth Rollins coming out to the ring. Rollins is in the ring and Balor attacks him from behind. He sends Seth out of the ring and attacks him. He sends Rollins into the post and continues to attack him. Balor hits a coup de grace on Rollins off the steel steps. He does it again on the announcer's table. He hits another coup de grace on Rollins off the steel steps. Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Because he was going to do an open challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. We come back from commercial break. Rollins is backstage and Balor attacks him from behind again. The Miz is in the middle of the ring and says Rollins promised an open challenge, but he didn't deliver. He says he was going to accept the challenge and become the new World Heavyweight Champion. He says since that can't happen, he is going to issue his own open challenge so that he can show the fans what a winner looks like. Tommaso fucking Ciampa music plays out, and I'm talking about not the fucking old shit, not the booze. No One Will Survive came out, and I was one happy bitch. I actually grew some tears. It wasn't a fucking that I was cutting an onion or anything like that. I legitimately, because I remembered, I went and took a nice trip back to the black and gold, and it just gave me so much emotion, and I really miss black and gold. This new fucking black and white or black and gold or gold and white or whatever it is, it's not working. It's not working. You can see in the ratings. So we have Tommaso Ciampa versus The Miz. He attacks The Miz in the corner. The Miz rolls to the outside, and Ciampa slams his face on the announcer table. He sends Miz into the ring. Ciampa attacks him in the corner and hits him with a clothesline. Miz evades the kick and hits a DDT cover 1-2 kick out. Miz with a ground and pound on Ciampa. He kicks Ciampa, and Ciampa tries to fight back, but is kicked in the face. Miz attacks Ciampa in the corner. Miz goes for a dive, but Ciampa counters with a dropkick, and he hits the fairy tale ending for the 1, 2, 3, and Ciampa wins. I was one happy camper. We come back from commercial break. We have the Judgment Day. My people, my boys and goyles, my boys and goyle. Balor says Rollins' open challenge is a cancel because of him. He says he is the only one who's going to take the world title from him. Balor says the fans will be singing Rollins' song at his funeral. Rhea asks the fans to shut up. She says at Money in the Bank, the fans will bow at their feet because Balor will bring the world title to Judgment Day while Priest wins the Money in the Bank briefcase and Dominic defeats Cody Rhodes. Priest says Money in the Bank, the briefcase comes home to him and the contract inside will have his name written all over it. Priest asks Cody to keep Dominic's name out of his mouth. Dominic tries to speak, but we have booing. Dominic says Cody is going to see what he will do to him at Money in the Bank. He asks Cody to find some partners to face the Judgment Day tonight. Byron Saxton interviews Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Owens asks why he is asking about the bloodline. He says he doesn't care. Sami says they need to talk. They need to talk. Sami calls Owens a rageaholic. He says he has anger problems. Owens disagrees with him. Sami says he will leave him alone, which Owens doesn't get angry until the end of the night. If he blows up, then Owens must admit he has a problem. Owen accepts the bet and walks away. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. I am actually quite surprised that they put this team on Raw because Katana Chance used to go out with Ricochet. And they don't do that shit at all. Sonya and Chelsea get out to the ring. We come back from a commercial break. Kaden and Katana go out. The match starts with Chance and Sonya. Deville kicks Chance in the face and tags out. Green knocks her down. Both women tag out. Carter attacks Sonya and Chelsea in the corner. Carter with a super kick on Deville. She tags out Chance and Chance hits a springboard moonsault. 1-2 cover 1-2. Chelsea makes the save. She tags out Carter, attacks Sonya, and tags out, and Chance hits the after party for the win. Winner Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Kathy Kelly introduces Cody Rhodes, whose music hit, and walks out. Cody says Judgment Day are on fire. Cody says two guys shouldn't be hard to find, and he accepts Dominic's challenge. Come back from our commercial break. We have Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Who? I didn't know that they were still employed. Versus Indus Sher. Do I care? Absolutely not. Use their matches as bathroom breaks, or go get yourself a refreshment from the kitchen. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander ends up going out to the ring, as well as Indus Sher. The match begins, and Shelton and Alexander try to attack Veer and Sangha. Veer flattens Shelton, and Sangha takes Shelton and flattens Shelton, and Sangha takes out Cedric. Veer knocks down Benjamin and tags out. They double team him. Sangha tags out and hit another double team from the top rope, and the winners are Indus Sher. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are shown walking backstage. Someone accidentally spills it was coffee. It was coffee on Owens. Owens says he has an idiot problem. They run into Riddle, who tell them it has been a hell of a summer. Owens is about to get angry, but he controls himself and walks away. We come back from commercial break. We have Logan Paul in the ring. He said it's a pleasure to be back in Ohio, but it says the best people come from Cleveland. He says the moment that made him great was when he left Cleveland. He got to pursue the dreams in Hollywood. He insults the crowd. He says Jake Paul lost his last boxing match, and he lost his last WrestleMania match, and Miz lost tonight. He said he's going to put an end to that. He said he's competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and he will take the championship away whomever he wants. Ricochet comes out. Ricochet says he came out to congratulate him. He says they understand that Logan has a very big social media presence. He says the only reason he got a match is because they made him go viral. He says he doesn't change the match, that he's going to win the Money in the Bank. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out. He asks if this is done deal. Nakamura says he cares. Nakamura says he cares, and now he has a reason to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. LA Knight's music comes out. Yeah. He walks out. Knight says, these two guys who are useless. He says he sees Logan Paul, who makes videos for 14-year-old girls. He says that the Money in the Bank briefcase has his name on it. Santos Escobar comes out. He welcomed Logan to the party, but at the end of the day, he's going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Butch comes out, and he just comes out and attacks Logan Paul. He went a beeline to the fucking ring. Paul sends Butch out of the ring and dives onto Butch, and Santos, he gets back in the ring and climbs to the ladder. So he touches the Money in the Bank briefcase. There you go. He's been eliminated. He's not going to win. Matt Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser. We come back from commercial break, and the match begins with Riddle kicks Kaiser. Kaiser reverses and attacks Riddle in the corner. Riddle comes back with a gut-wrench suplex and a senton. Kaiser rolls out of the ring. Riddle kicks him in the chest. Gunther attacks Riddle, and Kaiser hits him with an apron DDT. We come back from commercial. Riddle hits a suplex on Kaiser. Both men exchange strikes. Riddle attacks Kaiser in the corner with an exploder suplex. He goes for a senton, and Kaiser gets his knees up. Riddle covers with a fisherman suplex. Cover 1-2 kick out. Kaiser plants Riddle. Cover 1-2 kick out. Kaiser attacks Riddle in the corner. Riddle plants Kaiser for the win. Matt Riddle wins. Gunther attacks Riddle after the match. Kaiser, who also joins in and attacks Riddle. Gunther attacks the leg of Riddle. We come back from commercial break. Riddle is helped backstage. Sammy and Owens argue backstage. They are interrupted by Kaiser and Gunther. Kaiser asks if they have seen what happened to Riddle and warns them to be careful. Owens asks them to get to the point. Sammy shows Owens something then they walk away. Alpha Academy versus Viking Raiders. Alpha Academy's music hits and they go out of the ring. They show a video package that Chad is showing Maxine how to hit suplexes. Maxine says she can handle Valhalla. Maxine does a suplex on a trainee. The Viking Raiders go out to the ring. The match begins with Gable and Eric in the ring. Eric tags out Gable, who does the same. Otis knocks down Ivar, then attacks him in the corner. Eric distracts Otis and Ivar kicks Otis in the face. Ivar knocks down Otis. Otis hits a suplex. Both men tag out. Gable hits a neck breaker. He sends Ivar out of the ring and hits an exploder suplex on Eric. Gable hits a moonsault on Viking Raiders and sends them into the ring. Gable hits a diving headbutt, cover 1-2 kick out. Valhalla is on the apron and Maxine takes her out with a suplex. Eric kicks Gable in the back of his head and for the win, and the Viking Raiders win. Judgment Day are backstage. Dominic says Cody and his partners are not on the same page. Rhea says she has her own business to handle and walks away. I'm so glad that this match ended up like it was in Saudi Arabia. Rhea goes out to the ring. Then we go to commercial, and then we have Kathy Kelly interviews Natalya, who says tonight is her chance to prove that she belongs. She goes out to the ring. Rhea attacks her before she can even enter the ring. She sends Natalya into the steel steps. Rhea sends Natalya into the ring. It's a riptide, and Rhea's leaving the ring. Basically, this was basically like it was in Saudi Arabia. So it was considered a no contest. Kathy Kelly interviews Raquel, who says it's not okay what Rhea did to Natalya. She says she has plans on cashing in on Rhea. Rhea walks in and Raquel tells her that she is not ready for Raquel. Really? You've been a loser. So you're going to get the Money in the Bank and think you're going to take out Mommy? Never going to happen. This was the stupidest fucking thing I could ever see in my entire life. Becky, why did you even fucking go out there? You are a fucking moron. Or if you would have gone out there, you should have went after Raquel, not fucking Trish, dumbass. Raquel goes out to the ring. Then we go to commercial break. Rhodes is warming up backstage, and Tozawa offers to be his partner. Cody says he will let them know. Sammy and Owens walk in and say they will help him anytime. Cody says he couldn't ask for better partners than Sammy and Owens. So that was a no-brainer. Trish goes out to the ring with Zoe Starks. The match begins with Raquel with a bear hug on Stratus. Raquel with a body slam on Stratus. Stratus fights back and slaps Raquel, who dives her into the corner and attacks her. Raquel is sent into the ring post. Stratus hits a tornado DDT, cover 1-2 kick out. Trish goes to work on Raquel. Trish attacks Raquel in the corner. Stratus locks in the camel clutch. Raquel powers out and hits a side slam. She headbutts Trish and attacks her in the corner. Raquel hits a powerful clothesline. She then hits a fall-away slam, sending Trish out of the ring. She sends Trish into the ring. Zoe sweeps the legs out of Raquel, and Trish sends her into the post. Cover 1-2 kick out. Becky Lynch attacks Zoe and sends her into the barricade. Trish tries to stop her, but Lynch sends Trish into the barricade, and the referee disqualifies Raquel. I would have went after Raquel. I would have said, "You're gonna thank me," and knock fucking her in the face, and then Trish would have lost, dumbass. Kathy Kelly interviews Braun Breaker, who says Seth isn't going to use what happened last night for some sort of excuse to avoid facing him. He said he's going to hurt Seth worse than Balor. He says that he's going to become the new world heavyweight champion. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bronson Reed. Shinsuke goes out to the ring. We have Byron Saxton after the commercial interviews Becky Lynch, who says she now gets Trish in a match with ladders. She says she has multiple enemies in the match. She says either she overcomes this huge mountain or she goes down and she takes Trish and Stark with her. Bronson Reed goes to the ring. The match begins with Shinsuke attacks Bronson in the corner. Reed flattens Nakamura. Reed headbutts Nakamura. Nakamura fights back and hits a sliding German suplex. Ricochet comes out to ringside. Come to commercial break. Nakamura knocks down Reed. Reed hits a power slam, cover 1-2 kick out. Reed slams Nakamura, cover 1-2 kick out. Reed with a shoulder tackle on Nakamura. Reed tries to send Nakamura into Ricochet, but he pushes Nakamura into Reed. Reed attacks Nakamura from behind and sends him into the ring. Reed attacks Ricochet. Nakamura accidentally hits Ricochet, who climbs onto the apron and allows Reed to hit the tsunami for the win. Winner, Bronson Reed. Judgment Day are backstage as they're discussing their match. Come back from commercial. Rollins is backstage. He says he doesn't care what the doctors tell him, so he will be in NXT tomorrow to defend his title. He says there's the Balor that beat him 7 years ago. Now, he was supposed to do a Pat McAfee show, but he got fucking stuck in the air because of fucking storms down in Florida. Main event time. Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn versus the Judgment Day. The face team comes out and goes to the ring. We come back from a commercial break. Judgment Day goes down to the ring. The match starts with Cody Rhodes and Dominic. Dominic tags out, and Balor enters the ring. Balor knocks down Rhodes. Balor drives Cody into the corner and tags Dominic, chops back of Rhodes, and runs out of the ring. Dominic tags out, and Cody and Cody also tags out. Priest attacks Sammy in the corner. Sammy fights back with an elbow. Cover 1-2 kick out. Priest dives Sammy in the corner and tags out. Dominic attacks Sammy. Zayn fights back with a suplex. The referee is distracted and Rhea hits a clothesline on Sammy. Come back from commercial break. Priest goes for a splash and misses. He tags out to Dominic, drags Sammy back to his corner and tags out. Balor attacks Sammy in the corner, but he comes back with a clothesline. Sammy tags out and Owens tags Dominic. Owens attacks Dominic. He then hits a clothesline on Dominic and sends him into the ring. He super kicks Dominic. Owens with a cannonball on Dominic. Cover 1-2 kick out. Balor tags in and hits a reverse DDT. Cover 1-2 kick out. Balor stomps Owens and then hits a sling blade. Owens covers and hits a super kick. Both man tag and Rhodes knocks down Priest and hits an uppercut. He then hits a power slam and a disaster kick. Cover 1-2 kick out. Rhea distracts Cody and Priest hits a South of Heaven. Cover 1-2. Sammy makes the save. Dominic attacks Sammy but is sent over the top rope. Rhea distracts Sammy but he dives onto Dominic. Cody hits the Cody Cutter on Priest. Cover 1-2 kick out. Owens and Balor brawl on the outside. Priest goes for a springboard dive but is stopped. Dominic attacks Cody. He goes for the 619, but Sammy stops him and hits a haluva kick, and Owens hits a stunner. Rhodes hits a crossroads for the win. Winner Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. And that is it. That is it. So we are going to be coming I'm hoping that I can get live on Sunday. I'm going to, if I'm up early in the morning, let me get like an hour of coffee and then I'll get on and I'll tweet everybody. But sometime hopefully in the early morning on Sunday, I will be doing preview and predictions for the Forbidden Door. You can find this past Wednesday's Dynamite, tonight's Rampage, and tomorrow night's Collision will be on the preview and predictions for the Forbidden Door, so please take a look at that. And while you're here, please like, share, and subscribe. Turn my bell on for all notifications. Please also go check out my social media at Mel's Mat Chat on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. They're all the same. Also check out my Facebook. Go check me out there. And check everything else out on my page on the YouTube. Please do that and like and share and subscribe again. And please go check out Harry's at harrys.com for all your shaving needs and toiletry essentials. Please go check out my Extra Classics for all your beard essentials. Check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com for all your thirst quenching drinks. Please also go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com and go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. I'm getting out of here, and I got under an hour and a half. That's all I can think of. So when you get this, and enjoy it. Please like and share. And I will be back here sometime Sunday morning for the preview and predictions of the Forbidden Door. I love you all, and I'll see you Sunday. And I'll also be back here the next week for episode 297 of the podcast. All right? I love you all. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.